Did I?
I hit you in the back, right?
Oh, you're muted from
That's shady.
Oh,
a lot of shade.
There's been
That's
a
a lot of
minute.
shade, pal.
You know what? No wonder you've been so
been in
quiet
for
ever
like
since.
an
I
hour
thought, like,
already,
oh, he's very
and you didn't
pensive.
notice?
Very pensive. All right.
She was like, it's nice. She's like, it's so nice. and
Not at
quiet.
all. I was like, but I need you to talk now because we're broadcasting. Yeah, Rick. Oh my gosh.
Alright, my feelings aren't hurt.
There you go. Oh, there's Mav. Yes, we hear Mav. I hear Mav. You've probably been hearing Mav. All right. Next up is. Look at the chat. All right. All right. Let's get
BBR. I can't.
Soul Fox. Tidal Wave.
What the
V
heck?
Bunny. All right.
This is crazy. Chat's going insane.
There we go. I think we're good.
All
Can I say
right.
hi?
Oh, whoa. Yeah, that's crazy. Flew on past.
Chat,
Hey,
can we
let me
get-
know if you
Can you
guys.
know where my name was?
Yeah.
Oh, the tie.
I don't know what I was gonna say, honestly.
This is crazy.
Chat, like, pick a letter and spam it, okay? Let's go with, like, oh. Everyone...
I'm gonna get fed, man.
Oh, one letter.
Good job.
Oh, everyone's saying, oh, now.
It's all
Yeah.
Look at
That's
this.
crazy. There's so many people.
All right.
All
All right, everyone. Let's wait. We're waiting on Ty. I don't see
Ty, you gotta
Ty's
accept this.
thing yet. Can you
Ty,
accept
you gotta
it, please? Go back in there.
Go to this event. Wait, hold
Ty's-
on. Wait. Hey,
The
there
audience
we
is
go.
saying-
There we go. Woo!
I think you can do it. I believe
All
in you.
right. All right. Are we ready? Yes. All right. Now it's time for the YouTube live stream. Let's go into my YouTube.
Gifts.
Let
Oh,
Coach
wait,
know.
hold it. Yeah, that's... No gifts.
You guys don't always have your gifts off? Film.
I bet it's
Oh, wait, I do have
no.
it. It's still gonna
It's
pop
film.
up.
Dawn film.
Sepia film. No, it's sepia.
Oh, it's black and white.
Nice.
You owe yourself film because you got it right.
All right, Alice, can you put the on the audience real quick? Make sure the camera's on the audience. Thank you. All right, we're going live.
This is so exciting.
soon.
It's hard to like
Well, no,
comprehend how
yes,
many people
weird.
are collectively here right now.
Yeah,
It's a lot of them.
amazing.
All the invisible people. Hello.
Like there are thousands of people but we can't see you.
Right.
I'm trying to say hi to
just like
people that say
streaming,
hi in
you know?
chat,
They're there,
but
you
I
just
can't
can't see
see
them.
their names.
Yeah,
long
but
enough
it's
to
different
read
when
it.
it's like physical, you know.
How many?
All right. Okay, guys.
1,300.
Hello, 1,000.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Hey guys.
I can't get out the ground. What's happening?
in the right
Hold
one,
on.
folks?
Hold
Pal,
on,
Pal,
I'll
run
be
off
back.
stage and come back. Yeah, it
Run off
holds you
stage.
there.
Yeah, that happened.
Boys.
Hey, everybody! We're just testing out some new levels tonight. What's going on?
Oh, I can't.
All right, we're gonna. You know what?
We're good.
This is fine. Hold on.
Can you fly?
Just swim.
I'm gonna swim. I'm gonna swim. What?
If you
Alright.
go off stage
Can
and
they
come back,
see
it should
exactly
fix
our
it.
animations and everything?
I did. Oh yeah. Let's try that. Thank you.
So they just see her just
Pro.
chilling on the ground over there?
Oh my goodness. True that. Woo!
What's up, guys?
Alice,
Hey,
thank
guys.
you. All right.
Hey, guys. Hey,
I was
you
changed.
guys
I was
over there.
on like lockdown.
That's so weird.
Okay. Hey guys, we're gonna start the live stream. We're on streamer camera mic, so we're all equally. Our volumes are equal. So we're gonna kick it off with an intro, and please, when you guys do your intros, make sure to also remind folks if they perhaps don't see everyone broadcasted or can't hear certain guests to please tune into the live stream. So you do your intro in case you're the ones that everyone can see. Okay, all right. Atlas has a cam on the audience. Let me check the audio. And
Mav, I think you're echoing a little bit. I think that's you.
Oh, am I?
It might be me.
You could try to
Yeah,
push
we
the
just
talk.
go like this. I just lowered my volume a little bit.
Oh,
Is that
alright.
better?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, everyone.
Good test.
Good test.
Thank you so much.
Great test. Yeah.
All right. We are looking good. Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome
Awesome.
to the YouTubers and Influencers panel here. We're so happy to have you guys join us stream. And however many there are of you in-game. Lots of you are in-game. So many in-game. I would love to get that number from somebody. Just type it in the chat who might happen to know how many people are watching us right now. All right. I am your host, Pow. And we're going to do a
Yes.
quick round of intros and kick this off. All right, to my left, go ahead and kick it off. Introduce yourselves, and you got the floor.
I am V-Bunny. You can find me on YouTube, you can find me on TikTok, you can find me on Instagram, you can Google V-Bunny Go and everything will pop up. Also, if you can only see me and hear me and you can't see everybody else on the panel, you can go to Rec Room's YouTube because they are live streaming there as well.
Cool. Hi, I'm BVR. I make Rec Room videos. Pretty cool. Yeah. If you can't hear me or see, or if you can't hear or see everyone on the panel, you can go check out the Rec Room stream because they're going to be showing all that.
Yeah, right on. Hey y'all, Sovox here. I'm a VR content creator. I play Rec Room, play all kinds of VR games. If you cannot hear me, excuse me, if you're not going to hear everybody else, head over to Room's live stream. You should be able to hear everybody, see everybody. But yeah.
That was my intro already done. No, I'm just kidding. Hey guys, my name is I'm Avin VR, and I'm a content creator, Rec Room content creator, and league player. And if you can't hear anybody, in the on stage, then please go check out the live stream on Rec Room's channel. Yeah, you guys enjoy the panel. Thank you guys for coming.
Awesome.
Hello.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you much for letting everybody know. So, one more time, go ahead and tune in right now because we're going to begin. So now that everyone's tuned in to the live stream, just in case they need it, please go ahead and share a little bit about where people can find you on social media and something that about yourself that perhaps is like iconic and you want people to know. All right, go ahead. We'll start with VB and we'll go down the line. Let's go.
Okay. Again, you can search V-Bunny Go on YouTube and you can find me. You can also search V-Bunny Go on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram. It's VBunny_Go. And something iconic about me, I think, is that I am a mom. I do have kids, and I have an amazing husband who's on team with me. So we do this together.
You know, I'm gonna go into a question.
Yeah. I've got 2 channels, Billabob and BVR. BVR is the one where I make all the Rec Room content, though. And that is where I have a show called Rec Room Roundup. I basically talk about news and all the cool new stuff into the game. It's pretty cool, so you should check out BVR if you want to hear all the latest news with Rec Room and such. I also just do various other videos about Rec Room. I do some tutorials, I do some more play community stuff. I just do whatever I think is fun, basically. Rec Room Roundup and the news is kind of my main thing, so that's me.
Yeah, right on.
Twinkles.
So,
Twinkles,
I'm Soulfox Gaming. You can find me essentially anywhere.
Can I have a picture?
Soulfox Gaming, whether it be Instagram, Twitter,
Do you know
TikTok,
me? I think
all
I
of the
know
socials, same name
I think
everywhere.
I know you.
I
You
make
know me,
mostly
probably.
Let's Plays or like comedic gameplays, and I've got a
I'm-
mad obsession with tacos. So, yeah.
Who's famous here? Who's famous here? I'm just looking at names I know, like actual. Oh, Sean! Hey, Rusky, I remember you.
Hey guys, and I'm Mav. I think I already said that the first time, but I'm Mav. You guys can find me on Instagram, YouTube, obviously. I actually also just recently started doing TikTok. I think me and Ty actually kind of started around the same time. So, yeah, check us out there. I have a Twitter, but I really ever use Twitter. I'm really bad at Twitter. I have no idea what I'm doing there for some reason. But all that kind of stuff. And yeah.
Oh, I love it. Oh, thank you guys so much for the intros. All right, guys. I want you guys to know also, we're going to go ahead and start a round of questions that we all kind of worked on together. But you guys are free to definitely ask some questions. We'll be checking out and we'll be happy to answer your questions as well. So you could put questions in the YouTube chat and we'll try to it seems like that might be the best place because watch chat's pretty fast. It's a little too speedy for us to catch your questions there. So please head over to the YouTube live stream and type questions there. The pace is a little bit better for us, okay? Awesome. All right. Okay, guys, so we have a group, a nice select group of questions here, and I'm going to go ahead and ask them, and you guys feel free to jump in, whoever would like to take it, okay? All right, so one of the ones that I know a lot of you are passionate about is when it comes to when you're online, when you're live streaming or creating content, how much of like ideation goes behind the performance, how much of that is like a focus. So do you have any advice around performance and best practices while filming? Who would like to? Yep, title, please.
We're just talking.
Yeah. Love it. It's awesome. Who else would like to add to that?
I
How much
do.
do you guys think about that? Go ahead. BB
Yeah,
Bunny.
so what we do, we do a lot of like role plays, and so I completely agree with being yourself. Even in role plays, like we'll have scripts, but they're very loose scripts. As long as you know like the premise behind what you're doing, and you know, okay, point A, I start here and I have to land at point B, but everything in the middle, like don't be afraid to capture moments. Let like whoever you're working with be themselves and definitely be yourself, because that's when the best moments come. But I think having, you know, a premise of this is how it's at least going to go, like start and end, I think that can definitely make it go smoothly.
Wonderful. All right. Anybody else want to add to that?
Yeah,
Let me
I
know.
can
Yeah,
take
go
that.
ahead, Soul
So,
Fox.
Normally, whenever it comes to recordings, we'll have either just myself or like the group that I'm playing with. We will give an intro. We'll give like a basic of what's actually going to happen. After that, it's kind of just freeform. We just go with the flow, play the game, have fun. There's definitely times where you can script stuff and make it set out so it's supposed to happen at this moment. But if you're going to just wing it, have fun with it. Don't be like so tied down to where you have to get stuff done exactly at one moment. Just experience the game, have fun, and like Title said, be yourself. Be honest with people and be honest with yourself. So.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I think it's also because I think the viewers will feed into that energy, into that, and authenticity as well in the moment. When you're in the moment, they can feel it. I love that. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. The next question is, what is it that drives your creativity, and your strategy? You're deciding on what you want to make. Yes, Mav.
Hi. I think I like this question. I think for me, a lot of times, I think just like my supporters and everybody and all the positive feedback, people that are looking forward to my content. I think that kind of motivates me. That's probably what motivates me the most. Is just knowing that, there's people out there that are waiting, and that if I don't post, they're like, "Hey, Mav, where are you? I want your content." And so I'm just like, no, it's not necessarily. I don't want to disappoint them. It's just that
Okay,
I want to
guys,
give them what
wave.
they want, and it's a really cool
wave.
feeling knowing that there's people that want that kind of content from you. They want to see you, and that you can be there, and that also you're making. They send me comments like your video laugh today. I was and I needed the laugh, and those kinds of comments really they just motivate me and inspire me even more. And I think that's probably for me that's the number one thing that makes me keep going the most.
Okay, that's your motivation. What are some ways? Yeah, what are some where do you get inspiration for like topics for some of your comedy sketches? Man?
Yeah.
Okay.
The funny thing is because so I've always loved YouTube. This is like ever since I was little, even before it was like this giant thing that people were making money and like doing for a living. Before there were advertisements, I've always wanted to do YouTube. So I think being obsessed with YouTube ever since I was a kid and seeing all the different topics and all the trends come and go, I think that because of all the different kinds of topics I've seen blow up and stuff, I kind of like play into like what I can do with my next topics, and kind of like I'm always thinking about it. If I'm like having a conversation with Ty and something funny comes up, And we started
Yeah.
thinking about, man, that's so funny what you just said. What if we kind of created skits just from like that
Nice.
one line we just said that made us laugh? And so
That's
I'm always
awesome.
constantly thinking of how I can make a video out of something. Just I don't know, my brain just always going at it, just always spinning. So it's I think just being just thinking about it and in a creative way, and just kind of even it's kind of like you're just having fun as well, not just with the
Yeah.
videos, but with creating the ideas. You're trying to have fun with it. Yeah.
That's awesome. You look forward to creating, especially with friends. That's really awesome. I love it.
Exactly.
Does anybody else want to add to what drives your creative strategy and just
Yeah,
you might
sure.
decide on what you want to make? Go ahead.
So I think I have kind of a unique perspective on that because I feel like you guys all record with like groups of people usually, and it's more like gameplay videos, whereas I usually record by myself, talking about news and such. So it's a little bit different. Whereas like I don't need to constantly think about ideas as much as I like reporting on things that happen, and kind of something that drives me to keep going is that, you know, if I go 2 or 3 weeks without making a news video, I think some people like rely on that to know what's happening in the game. So I start getting a lot of comments like, when's the next Rec Room Roundup? When's the next thing you're doing? So that's kind of what keeps pushing me to do it, because I know a lot of people rely on that, and they start asking if I don't do it. So gotta keep doing it, and I enjoy doing it, and it's fulfilling when I put out a new episode and get to see all the comments and such.
No, that's awesome. I've actually definitely heard players and mods and other folks who definitely watch you because there's just so much going on. It is very helpful to have everything summarized. So
Yeah.
you've become like a source of news for many of us. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. The next question that we all discussed was that we wanted to answer for you guys is, do you have a roadmap? Do you guys create a roadmap or a plan or a way to decide what you want to do next? Does anybody kind of plan in that way? Who would like to share? Go ahead, Title. The rec center. Nice. Okay, so branching out. Anybody else like to share? How do you plan your roadmap moving forward? What do you have planned?
For the most part, I think
do
for
you
me,
wanna
oh, go ahead.
No, go. I saw you talking first.
Okay.
We're about to argue. No, you. You're gonna make her angry, man.
23
Just go.
hours later.
So, for the most part, I do try to stick to like a roadmap whenever it comes to new releases. So like I try to work with developers where like if a game's coming out or new updates coming out, that's my priority. So that way, you know, they're can be promoted on a good time in a good manner. It doesn't always work out like that. Like I promise you, I'll write out stuff at the start of the month and get the whole month going, and it goes off the rails so very fast because there's a lot going on, and so I mean you can definitely try to plan for everything, but there's definitely gonna be things that pop up to where you just kind of have to adapt to it. So I definitely
Very
try,
true.
but it doesn't always plan out like I think it would.
You know what? But
If only-
would you say it's good to plan at all? Like at least plan, even if it doesn't go as planned, to have that structure in the
Yeah,
beginning. Do you think that's helpful
I think
than
it's
not doing it?
Yeah, it's definitely good to start it. Have like a little bit of a plan.
Nice.
If only
Cool,
Rec
thank
Room
you.
had something
Can I
new like
get
that coming out
curious?
soon.
Can I?
The plan.
The plan.
I think
Yeah. Go ahead,
I
man.
think when it comes to like planning, even if you don't have like everything set up, like just have an idea like for the month, so you know you can have content out. It's just so relieving knowing like what you're gonna put next or what you're gonna work on next, because
I hear
if
you.
you're just gonna wing it all the time, it can also lead to being inconsistent, because then you don't have your next plan or your next move. So just kind of like knowing what your next move is gonna be all the time is always really always really helpful, and just kind of like it's one less worry you have to like think about. Yeah.
I hear you. That's awesome. Yeah, when you plan, it gives you freedom, actually. When you actually organize a bit, then you have this freedom because you know where things stand. I hear you. What about VB? I know you want to also share a little bit.
Oh, yeah, no, I was going to say, me and my husband, actually, and Marshall, we have weekly Monday meetings, actually. And, yeah, they're in the audience. And so we, like, even now, we have our complete plan for October. We know every video that's going to come out. But, again, it doesn't always go to plan, like even Solfox said. Like, we just recorded this, well, I recorded this later to come out in October, and my voice didn't pick up at all. So that video is going to be scrapped, but you can plan, and, you know, things just, it doesn't go to plan sometimes, but I think having a plan is really good. And then, like, the way that we get our ideas, I like to scroll through TikTok, and I'll see, like, if I'm going, like, if I'm on, like, gaming TikTok, and I see a game that looks like it's either going to scare the, like, bejesus out of me, or if it's just going to make me have such a reaction, then I'm like, I'm going to do that one. Because I know my audience, and they love it when I scream. I mean, they love it when me and you get together.
I like it when we
scream. Yeah. They like it when I get scared. So I kind of go off the engagement of what I know my community would love. So, yeah.
Love it. Quick side note from the, I'm going to catch questions as they come in on the YouTube live chat. Speed run question for Solfox. What do you prefer? What type of tacos? Like straight out like Mexican tacos or Taco Bell tacos?
No, I'm talking like authentic, like street tacos, or like they're good. Fantastic.
Okay, just a side note. Just nice.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
The man of culture.
Yeah. Man of culture. All right. Okay. This next question. All right, squad. This next question we're going to answer for you is there any tips or tricks you want to share about data on YouTube? Like, what's the most important metric for your channel, and how do you go about driving them and learn from them? I know BVR's like, I'm
I love the data.
There you go. All right, BVR, you have the floor.
All right. So when it comes to YouTube, right, there's a bunch of things on your analytics page. You don't care about any of those besides two of them: your click-through rate and your audience retention rate. Well, you don't not care about them, but those are your two most important ones. That basically measures how much people click on your videos and how long they watch. And YouTube likes it when people click on your videos and they watch a lot of it, which is what gets them to promote it more. So if you can get that audience retention rate, it's just a percentage, like the average that someone watches through your video. If you can get that like above, I think it's like average 30%. If you can get that like above 50%, YouTube will see that and they'll start recommending your video. And you can actually structure your video around that. Make sure there's a lot of like action happening always, that you have like a lot of cuts and stuff to keep people interested. A good way to do that is to kind of have a storyline all throughout that then like is resolved at the end, so then people want to keep watching to see the resolution. There's a ton of strategies you can do to increase audience retention. And then your click-through rate is basically the amount of people that see your thumbnail, that click on it. So yeah, that's completely right on your thumbnail and title, and that depends a lot on your just choice with that. When you make your first thumbnail and title, you know, you're kind of just guessing what works until you see what looks nice, what people like to click on more. Generally with thumbnails, you want to keep them nice and simple and stuff. So I don't know, I've talked too long, but click-through rate and audience retention, those are the things you want to try and go for.
Top two. No, thank you so much. Yo, everybody.
Be back in the next question.
Pouring cheers. We'll be back. Yo, the Cliff Notes. Pouring cheers, BBR right now.
Job, BBR.
Dropping that knowledge, big brain. Okay. Clip it. Yes, guys. BBR, big brain moments for all of us. All right. Next up. Oh, did anybody want to add any top two pro tips to analytics metrics? Like, we are good.
I'm over here like writing stuff down. Like, okay, got
BBR.
it. Yep.
Can you say that again? Just
Thank you, BBR. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Next up is okay. I know we're all wondering this. Like, what is the hardest, most difficult part of this job, of doing this for you guys? I feel like we can all share a little bit here. Yeah. What is like most challenging part? Mav is like, I'm ready. Go ahead, Mav.
I didn't see anybody, so I thought. I think for me, the most challenging part is I think balancing is, just work and YouTube and your
Balance.
life.
Balancing.
Because I know that YouTube takes up a lot of time for me. And then, everyone has different situations. Like even with work, it's been a lot crazier. So I've been working a lot more overtime and taking a lot more responsibilities. And so when I get home, I come home later. I'm a little bit more mentally drained. It's harder to like record a video after that and have like the energy. And even if doing that, and if I'm just editing, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, man, I don't even want to edit right now. But I think just I think for me that's the hardest part
Yeah.
is like obviously some people that do it full time, like they have all the time, they can stretch their work around however their schedule is. But for a lot of people, it's that's like I think that's a really big like thing that they have to overcome
That's your challenge.
and just kind of just
I'm
push through
curious.
it and just do the work.
Yeah. I'm curious with because I'm sure that scenario is very common with a lot of folks. They want to
Yeah.
start this YouTube projects or side, part-time or side thing with and balancing life. Where have you found your golden hour or golden day? Like what have you come up with a way to balance for yourself? Like what would be some like a quick pro tip advice that you found that works for you?
For me
balance.
personally, I kind of like try to find the right time, like after work, like maybe like I'll take a break. I won't go straight into it because I notice that if I go straight into it, man, it's like even harder for me. So I'll like go home and relax a little bit, try to like
Okay.
not think about it too much, and then when I get to my computer, I kind of just do it. And also
Nice.
I stay up sometimes, like a lot of times. So if you can't, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And then I've also like told my work, I'm like, hey guys, I know that a lot of you guys are like coming in early. That's like, I can't do that. Yeah, I let them know right there, like, that I have like another thing going on, like another business
Yeah.
that, like this own thing that I'm doing, like, and I need to prioritize that, because I feel like you don't want it to get in the way of your work life. And if if they understand, then that's a good thing. But I think you should mention it if it's going to end up affecting your work schedule as well. You should at least like
Yeah.
let them know.
Okay. Just communicate as soon as up front. Very good. That's awesome. And responsible. So responsible. Communicate. I love it. Anybody else want to share? What are some challenges that you experienced doing this?
For me, it would be like, as a mom and a parent, how to balance, because we both obviously work from home, and so it's the same thing, how to balance work from my family time. But again, it's harder because my studio, which is in my house, is my work, and then, right out the door is my family. And so it's hard to balance sometimes when my kids want and need me, but I know me and my husband need to get out this video when we need to record, or we have this stream going on, so it's hard to kind of balance that. But now that, they're back in school, that's kind of become our golden time, our golden hour, to be like, okay, we have this time to this time to get recordings done and everything done. And then as soon as they get home, we shut down work and we really just focus on them. But it does get hard because sometimes I'll be super in work mode, and then I go grab my kids from school and I want to go back in the studio and keep working. But I know, like, no, I have to spend family time, or maybe I'm spending family time and watching movies, and I'm like, I don't want to go into the studio and record right now, but I know I have to. So that's probably the hardest right now in this season that we're in for us.
That's amazing. It's a lot of factors you have to kind of juggle. Yeah. Oh, title? Yeah. Ooh. Yes. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. What helps you? Have you found something that works sometimes that helps you get past it? What works for you to get past writer's block? Mm. Oh. Oh, okay. Yes. I like that idea. I like that. Like that. It's like you're actually brainstorming in the moment, but you're ready to act on it right there and just seize it. So you take that energy to seize it right there. Boom, there you have your video. That's awesome. Very cool. Anybody else want to share your challenges? I love challenges.
I
I
feel like
can.
biggest
Give me
challenge for
some
me is,
challenges.
it used to be editing. I used to couldn't stand editing. Now I don't mind it. I usually do it late at night. It's very calm, very peaceful. I'll knock it out.
Ooh,
My
okay.
most challenging thing is like finding creative ways to make titles and thumbnails. If I can finally make a good thumbnail, I'm happy with it. For the most part, I feel like that's like, it's just hard to construct a good thumbnail to me. I don't know if that's just me personally or like everybody has a challenge, but that's something I always struggle with.
Maybe it's like every video needs a thumbnail. You can't just not have a thumbnail. That's not pro. So you need so it feels. So anybody here have a quick tip on like how you guys are like, oh, I can sneeze them. I sneeze them out. Yes, Mav is like, I do.
For me, when I mean, my thumbnails aren't exactly like, super pretty and stuff like that. Like my main thing with my thumbnails is that as long as they're doing half the work of the title, for me, I think that's what really matters, because when they look at the title and thumbnail, they gotta have to like work as like a duo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta have to like almost see the title by just looking at the thumbnail, and sometimes that'll make people click even better. Like they want to click more because of the thumbnail itself, even though it's not super pretty. As long as like it's a little maybe engaging, or they want to see what you can have some question marks or something to like make them let them know, oh, it's like, or you can have different specific things you can put there to let them know it's a video, or to let them know that something's gonna happen at the end of the video. Like you can get them interested using that thumbnail. And I think for me, that's I prefer to go the route of like making the thumbnail interesting, like making them want to click on it more than making it super fancy and pretty. But that's how I am. I know some people would rather just make him want to click on it because they want to make it super fancy, but that's how I personally like to do my thumbnails.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Pro tips. Thank you. That's awesome. BVR. Everything is 100% smooth for you? Ditch. What's the tea? What's the tea with you?
No challenge.
So
What has this become?
when it comes
Yeah, go ahead.
when it comes to the hardest part, right? With a lot of you, it seems like you're trying to like balance your work and life, or like you're trying to come up with ideas. For me, it's more just like personal motivation, right? Like I have the idea and I have the time to do it, but actually, for some reason, I can't convince myself to go in and actually record the video. I'm not totally sure why. But eventually I do usually get around to it, and usually something that helps with that is just like taking smaller steps first. Like if I don't want to get in Rec Room to record a video, first I'll just like get in Rec Room, right? And then maybe eventually I'll go to the room to record the video, and then eventually I'll actually record the video. So that's something I'm actually working on, and that's probably the hardest part.
Nice. Thank you so much. Okay, so you just throw. It's like, you know what? All right. It's like people say, go to the gym. Just show up. Then all of a sudden it just happens. Just get in
Okay, if I
there.
ask a question for you, DVR. So if that's like your challenge, like what like about making a video, what part of it like makes you think like that kind of makes it hard for you to like get straight into? Is it the editing part, or the recording part, or is it just the whole thing as a whole?
I genuinely could not tell you. It's usually getting started on a video, I guess, or like so I guess it would be recording then, because usually with editing, I can essentially procrastinate on editing, but it's actually recording the video. I'm not entirely sure why, but that's just like there's some block in my brain that doesn't want to do that. Even though I do want to do it, like it's weird.
No, I'll 100% get that. I've been there.
Yeah, I get that too sometimes. I think it's also because like for us, for content creators in VR, it's more work. You have to move, you have to get up, you stand there. You're not playing a game and you're just sitting there like a lot of a lot of other YouTubers just sit at the computer, and for us, we got this heavy thing on us. It might be hot, you might just not feel like getting up, or so it's I feel like VR content creators is physically more work. So it's totally understandable why, like, you don't want to, because I think that's why a lot of us probably sometimes don't feel like getting in the headset or having to record, and then you're constantly taking it off, putting it back on to make sure things are working, stuff like that. So yeah, probably just taking small steps and working up to it is probably a good idea anyways.
Yeah, mad respect. Mad respect to VR content creators, you guys. We're putting on like a suit of tech armor to get in here for you. We need our own shirt. We need a t-shirt. I love it. Oh, this is so great. This is so great. We actually we're doing great on time too, it looks like. We actually, as we discussed, we actually have just one more like round of questions that I will ask, answer real quick. Then we can open it up to you guys. So get your questions ready. All right, the last one is, if you can share one pro tip, what would you recommend above all else when starting content creation in general? Okay, who wants to go first? People like, Ty, then Soul. And then you guys, everyone think, Ty, you were first. Were you scratching your ear? Okay,
he wasn't raising his hand, he was scratching his head. That was the opposite of falling. That was the complete opposite.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. It's great advice. All right. Pro tip.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Above all else.
Above all else. Okay, so mine's kind of along the same lines of Ty. If you're going to be doing this, do it because you're having fun with it. Don't record stuff where like you feel you're forced to make it, you're not having a good time, it's awful. Like, if you're gonna do it, have fun. Because I mean, what's the point in pursuing things in life if it's not gonna bring you joy? Like, yeah.
Love it. Wisdoms. All right. Scratch your ears. Give me a signal. Give me a sign. I'm about to choose. All right. Mav! Mav's getting itchy. Go for it.
It's actually funny. Like, it's like kind of close to like what they're talking about. But hold on, I'm falling off the couch. But basically, and also I just realized I'm probably not in my retcon stuff, huh? I just.
No, you look good though. Don't worry about it. You look good.
I can't look down, so I didn't realize I wasn't. So yeah, sorry about that. By the way. Anyways, I just realized when you guys turned at me that you guys are all wearing the retcon. I was just like, I look down and I can't see anything.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Anyways, my pro tip, like they were saying, like have fun. Make sure you're having fun with what you're doing. I think that's really important. But it's also like every video, throughout what you're doing in YouTube, you're gonna be portraying a character, which is you. So I think you want to make sure you portray your best self, and you can portray you. Don't hide. If something embarrassing happens, if it's funny, just put that in there. Like let them know. If you're clumsy, let them know you're clumsy. If you have a sense of humor, like a different sense of humor, let that shine, because people are gonna come back for you at the end of the day. And if you starting YouTube and you're like, oh man, I really like Soul Fox's content, I like Ty's, I'm gonna be like him, I'm gonna try to do videos like him, and you realize that you're kind of like not portraying yourself, you're gonna be portraying something that's really not you, and at the end of the day, people are gonna be looking for something that's not you, and I feel like I personally get tired of portraying something that's not me, like even if just a few videos in, and as well as it's just gonna kind of throw you off. I think it'll like throw you off of your content, because it's probably not going to be what you're naturally who you are, so I think just trying to portray yourself, and and having fun, and then just figuring out all the other things, letting all the other stuff like balance, and coming up with ideas, let that come in over time, because all that stuff is going to come over time. It's not going to like right off the bat, especially starting a channel. That's not going to be easy, so you want to take that kind of stuff slowly and just focus on having fun and doing what you think would be best for your character.
Very nice. I'll be authentic to yourself. Be real. I love it. Any above all else, one tip. Go ahead, Vivi.
I can go. Above all else, don't forget your why. And when I say your why, it's why do you even start YouTube? Why would you even want to be a content creator? And so knowing your why is what's going to drive you on the days when you're not motivated, on the days where it's really hard, on the days where you're not getting the views you want to get. What is your why, and how is it going to improve? Because the more you grow, the more your why is going to change. And so you want to maybe like 3 or 6 months after you make like your first why, go back and reevaluate it, because I know, like for me, when I first started, I actually made a YouTube video on my why, and I took it down and I need to make another one. But I still have the base, which is like I'm doing this to show people that you don't have to, you know, reach this tier level before you can start being a content creator. And that's still my basis, but the more I've gotten to know my community, I've really gotten to know what you guys need, and that's become my why. And so that would be my like tip above all else is, before even starting, figure out why you want to even start. Figure out what value you can bring to anybody that watches you. You know, that first person who watches you, what are they going to get out of your videos? Are they going to get laughter, joy, information? Like, what are they going to get out of it? And then continue to evaluate that as you grow as a person, and as you grow with like your channel, and as you grow with your community. So yeah.
Thank you, BB. And last but not least,
Oh.
I know. Oh, why? Why, BBR? Why? Why do you do what you do? I'm kidding. Yeah, no.
I don't
What's the one
think
tip?
I can say too much that no one else has already said. You know, that's all great advice.
Sure.
Be yourself. I really liked what V-Bunny said. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much else to add on to that. I think you guys covered it pretty well. Make sure you're enjoying what you're doing, and don't be fake about it. And that's about it. Yeah.
Love it. All right. Thank you guys so much. All right, you guys, we are ready for your questions coming from the chat. Hot from the chat. Here we go, from the live stream YouTube chat. All right, because the watch is, I can't speed read that. So we're gonna go here. We've been seeing this question be repeated and repeated and repeated. Okay. What inspired? I love this question. Okay, this is unusual, Lockie. What inspired you guys to make your first video? What?
That's a good question.
I know. I want to know. I'm very curious. Somebody,
Well,
please.
the first video.
Go, Ty. I'm very curious. Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Oh.
Come here. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Your first video. What inspired you to do your first video? I actually want to hear everybody's answer. That's such a good question.
I can go.
Yeah, please,
All
Beanie.
right.
All right.
So, I am kind of in a unique situation with this, I think, because I have two channels. So I had two first videos. My first one was on my Billabob channel like 6 or 7 years ago at this point. And at that time, you know, I really wanted to be a Minecraft YouTuber, because didn't everyone? So, yeah, I don't know. I played a lot. I watched a lot of Minecraft YouTubers. I would start like talking to myself while I was playing Minecraft. I was like, you know, might as well record this. So that's why I started that. And then years and years down the line, just last year I believe, I'm coming up on the 1-year BVR anniversary. I was seeing a lot of Rec Room YouTube videos, and I was getting back into Rec Room around that time, and I was thinking, hey, I have a lot of really good ideas for Rec Room videos. I see all these other people doing it. I think I could do that same thing. And then I had the idea for Rec Room Weekly, which is now Rec Room Roundup, where that would give me a consistent sort of video style to make every single week. So I knew that even if I didn't have another video idea for that week, I could at least do a Rec Room Weekly video then, and I would keep things going. So that idea, combined with all these other ideas I had and seeing other people do it, is what led me to make a new channel for Rec Room stuff. And that's where we are now.
Nice. Organizing the information. This is for this channel for this. Nice. I love it. All right. We have a couple more coming in. Here we go, guys. All right. The next one is, let's go with, let's see, I had it a second ago. We're going to go, okay, I'm going to go with them because they've been persistently for the entire time. There was Mav. Mav. Dude, this is from Naruto Nerd. Naruto Nerd wants to ask Mav, do you have advice for growing up? I'm kidding. Do you have advice for growing? Oh, YT! I actually read it as growing up. I was like, what is that question? What? Oh, you mean on YT, on YouTube. I actually read this. I was like, is that what they're asking? I had like, first glance, I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, I was confused when you said it, too. For growing, for me, I know, like, it's different for a lot of people, but for me, I never really was like, I kind of just pushed the content and just made sure that I was consistent. I never really was like thinking about growing or like had goals of like I want to hit 1K or 2K or 10K or whatever. I was really excited, right? I'm pretty sure all of us were excited when we hit those milestones. But for growing, I think it's always going to be content at the end of the day. Just they say content is king, right? I just think to just compete with yourself and making better videos is gonna just push you to grow more because you're gonna become a little bit more serious about your work when you start focusing on the content itself as well. And then the only like data I really look at is like BVR said, the click-through rate and the retention, but for me, I like to look at like just like my overall like either like my views or whatever, and then if I notice there's a drop, I'll notice like was it because of this video or that video, and then I just want to do whatever I can to make sure that those numbers are just those views or daily views or whatever are just either consistent or going up. As soon as they go down, then I try to adjust and see where I went wrong or what's going on or what I'm missing. But mainly like for growing, because I mean that is for growing, right? Because your daily views is you're growing, right? So I think that's kind of like if you want to grow, that's probably what you would want to be looking at a lot, and just kind of like taking care of is your like daily growth. And I think that if you really want to grow, that's something that you could look at. Yeah.
Okay, day by day. I like that. Take it day by day, because I think it can change. It can change over time. What really works. So yeah, adapt, paying close attention. I think that's really smart. That's really good. And double check. I think we have time for one more question from you guys. Oh, we have in the crowd. I'm jumping off stage. What are you saying? What was your moment, Fabrico? Oh man, I can't. I gotta zoom in. I need a sniper. Yeah, good deal. All right. Here's a question I keep seeing repeated on the chat. In the meantime, that's my reminder. It is, what is your favorite video that you've made so far? Like, and I'm curious about why. So far, Ty's like, that was adorable. Go Ty. You already thought of one? What's going on?
I love it. Do it right now.
We're here?
He could.
No. That's not.
I love her. I think she's amazing.
Come on.
I love her.
Jessie, man, Jessie's adorable.
Jessie. Jesse's adorable. I love her. I believe this character when you play them. I've been like, that's not Taz, a whole other person. I'm their female. I love Jessie. Yeah. Oh.
There's a whole backstory to this. We got origin stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought we don't talk about that, huh? No, that was hilarious. That was one of my favorite videos ever to make. That was
is one of
so
your
funny.
favorites. That was actually, yeah. I think that might have been my first video of you guys. Yeah, that was my first video of you guys together. Yeah, that was, and it's ever since. I love it. Anybody else want to give a shout out to their favorite video that they've made so far? I'm curious about why.
I think mine, and it's not one I feel like a lot of people think of, is I used to make like a series on Electronauts called the Jam Sessions, and that game you make music, and so I would go through it, make songs, and the reason so much is because after I recorded it, posted it, I would go back to it just to actually like listen to the music, because I actually made something I enjoyed. So that was something I was like really proud of for myself. So.
I love that. That's awesome.
That's
So,
awesome.
more jams. Yeah, let's
More
do it.
jams, more PAL jams.
I think one of my favorite videos.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I think one of my favorite
love it.
videos as well that maybe not a lot of people think I would like, but it's actually my like best friend videos, and it's kind of where I go into very questionable games with other like VR Kanojo type things, where it's supposed to be honestly an inappropriate game, but I make them my friend, and then I put myself in awkward situations. Those are so fun to me. I like thinking on the spot, and I like making backstories of the girls. So those are my favorite videos to do, and the ones that I have.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. BVR. I'm
All
sorry,
right,
BB.
yes.
BVR, yes.
Some people call me BB. All right. My favorite video on my channel, it's the one that I've had pinned to the front page for 6 months now. It is the Orange Cube video. In case you don't know, I made an Orange Cube invention, and I sold it on the invention store for 100 tokens,
Yes.
and I told everyone to go buy it, and then all the money I've made from that, I have put into like a free gifts button, and I've given out to people in rec centers and such. And I have never followed up on that yet. But soon, I swear. Actually, we've got a big audience here, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Click on my profile, go to the portfolio, buy the Orange Cube.
It should work.
We're trying to make it the most bought invention in all of Rec Room.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Look at everybody on their watches now.
Shame.
They're all
They're
looking
on their
at us.
watches. Everyone's pointing. Everyone's getting the cue right now.
I love it. Hey, this will motivate me to make the second video in that series again.
Everyone's like, hold on, let me check out this cube.
Nice.
Nah, that's too much
Saying,
ink for
I
me.
just bought it.
I
I just
don't- I
bought
can't-
Too much
Look
ink.
at it.
Too much ink. It's a little too much ink, baby. Can you make it decorational for us first? Take out that.
My bad.
Oh my gosh. I don't know, Matthew, if you guys co-opt for the fave video being the Jesse one, or did you have another one as well? For
We
Matt, I'll
have
make
two
sure.
videos. Okay, so when he first showed me
yeah.
that voice, I instantly had this idea. I was just like, because I've been wanting to do a rec center video of
Yeah.
trolling with a girl, but I was actually gonna do it with a real girl. But then when I met Ty and he was like doing this voice, I was like, I was gonna say who needs real girls, but I don't actually mean that. I meant, I was like, it's like Ty, dude, this will be even funnier if you do it instead, because no one's gonna expect that. And so we made people love that one, so we did another one. But this time we did an event, and then we kind of just trolled people as they came in. But we made sure to at least tell people if they're gonna be in the troll that we get permission from them, because it's a pretty funny video. But some people might not want to be in that.
Yeah. No, that's really not. Yeah, guys, quick pro tip when you're doing videos like that, it's definitely respectful to let them know before you post it. Do you mind if you're on the video? Just ask the people that you've surprised. Let them know, hey, I was actually filming. Could you mind if I put you in the next YouTube video? Get there, okay? Yeah, that's good. That's great. You guys, thank you guys so much for sharing your time with us. Your pro tips and everything, and your stories. They're so inspirational. You guys over here, everybody in all these says, cheers one at a time. I want to blow up. Everybody, show your cheers from all your. You probably already have hundreds. Do it. And live stream. We're going to be ending the stream.
I don't have cheers turned on.
How do I turn it
Oh,
on?
I'm getting so many! I can't even use my watch!
Oh, there it is.
I don't know if I have my
Holy crap.
Hold on. I'm going to.